Hello, hi, hey, it's your good friend Jay Jewel playing Factorio again. It does look like coal was just the issue with power last time, so that's cool. We still got plenty of bullets down here. I don't think we've been attacked again since last time, so that's also good news. And I really want to get going on science. Someday I'll finish this copper line. Probably when I start using a bunch of the copper for science. Oh, yes, and I figured out what the deal was with this build I was trying to do. I was most of the way there. It's just not iron. So let's put those back. It is, so the way it works is we have iron coming across the bottom, because I guess the higher tiers don't need iron plate directly, maybe? So basically the build is going to continue upward from here into this area and just feed up the materials that it needs from there. Oh, so actually I can pick up this iron off the line, clear it all out. And then what goes up the middle here is the gears. I'm going to need so much belt. Man, and more than anything, I'm going to need to just dump some of this wood out of here. Let's drop a chest, put the wood in it, and you know what? Put the coal in it. How much am I going to need, honestly? In my experience, not a ton. So let's extend the gears line. So that's going to go there. That's going to split off there again. And then it behooves me to extend the actual bus as well. Mostly so that I remember it's actually there, and, you know, that I should route stuff underneath it, instead of just plowing through it willy-nilly. Gotta wait for my belt to finish before my underground belt can complete, and that's what I mean about the queue management down there for when you're crafting stuff in hand. Like, I want, you know, 100-odd belt to finish eventually, someday. But I also want to just inject, you know, like 5 of something real briefly. And you can't do it. You gotta stick it at the end and then cancel some stuff and then put some stuff back. Speaking of, need more belt. Okay. Oh, you don't even need gears. Great. You need gears. You don't need gears either. This is a silly build. Hey, this is the only thing that needs gears at all. Certainly doesn't need a full stream on each side, but whatever. We'll just go with it. Go with it and it'll be good. Do need power though. Power for everything. Also need power connected to other power. Okay, yes. Iron would be good. Would be good for it to have some iron someday. There we go. Iron going up and across. And then another splitter in there to even out those 2 belts again. There we go. Iron. 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 Okay. So the next tier is going to go there. And it'll get fed directly from there. And then if I want any storage for my own self, I can put it there. Because the whole point of building these automation machines is to be able to have, you know, a little depot where I can swing by and pick up more belt when I need it. Let's get some lights dropped around the place so that we can continue to see. Oh, speaking of continuing to see, there's another base over there that might have been the cause of our woes. I think that's a little bit closer to our pollution cloud. Still not, like, close enough, though. I don't know. But we've got these. We'll get one of those. Get one of those. Okay, and those I'm just kind of placing to have them placed. Okay, this one I only need one stack of. And this one, let's limit that as well. Okay, and it takes like 1,000 years just to pull in all the iron that it needs. There we go. Should be better-ish. Okay, yeah, so that'll happen continuously. And then the other part that we need to do... Oh, look at that. 75 more transport belt right there. So easy. Now we gotta pull all of these circuits across so that we can send them up the side here. How much iron do you need? 5? Oh, okay, you need a lot of everything. So let's put it up this side, which means we can drop the splitter there, pull that over, run that up. Okay. And I'm actually gonna scoop up a bunch of these. So I can make those a little bit faster. There we go. Okay. So now they are all making all of their stuff. All of the time. That's very exciting. Okay. So we're probably going to have... Yeah, we already have problems. I was going to say we're probably going to have problems with just raw resources coming in, and indeed we are. Because we've got manufacturing capacity that way outstrips our smelting capacity. But that's fine. Ooh, speaking of smelting capacity, that pollution cloud is extending to the west pretty far. Gonna have to go for an explore. See what's going on in some of these areas. 'Cause if I ramp up the copper, that one to the west is definitely going to be an issue. And I'm going to need to ramp up production. But let's see what we can do about some science. First, we got to clear out a little bit of space for the belt, for the bus to extend. Give me just a second here. Okay. There we go. Clearing out trees. It's the best activity in the world to watch. Don't worry, guys. Doing it is even better than watching it. Believe me. Having a blast. I don't know, it's okay. It's okay chopping down trees. It's not my fave. So if we were gonna make science pack 1s, that's relatively easy. So we can just drop a machine down. Okay. So let's say we're doing red science here. You can be red science, you can be red science. Oop, there we go. Red science. That just needs copper and gears. So I want to make a combo line. So we'll do copper going out to there. And then we'll pull in gears on this other side. Which means we will need a splitter. That'll send that, and I'll just send it straight up. So then this can duck under. That can duck under. Somehow I had an odd number of those. But I have 50 more now, so not a problem. Okay, so that'll duck under, that'll duck under. The gears will have to duck under the circuits. And then I get that going up there. There we go. Okay, so my plan is to have just science, as much science as I need, extending up that way. And then I'll do the green science on the other side. Well, chunk of those, chunk of these. So we'll have belt going up the middle. Or should I have it go down? That would be neat. Yeah, let's do that. So when it outputs, I'll have it go down through this belt. So kind of an anti-line. Yeah? Yeah, okay. So science will get built up here. And then we'll spit it out onto this belt. And then we'll drop it down below everything else. And then we'll just build, you know, a big gully of labs over here somewhere. Probably just go back along that way or something. Yeah, because the smelting's far enough down that we should be able to tuck everything in there pretty well. We'll see how it goes. So this will make green science packs. And I'm going to need more. More machines. More machines need more iron. More iron needs me to stop using up all the iron for this belt. But that's the price we pay. I mean, once all these boxes fill up, it should be a lot easier. Like, that one's full, that one's full, this one's full. So, once all the circuit lines and the gear lines and stuff all back up, we should have plenty of iron again. Does mean we're going to need to pull in more, though, because the factory can't run full tilt until we get more iron coming in. But I found when I tried to do a game where I made up some rules where I wasn't allowed to proceed until I had everything going at maximum capacity, that was nearly impossible. The amount of resources you would need to be bringing in are just staggering to support even a small factory. Let's clean out some trees. get rid of them. And there are some console commands you can plug in to make that much faster, but that's not what the game is about. It's about ingenuity. So over to the right of green science, we're going to need to be making inserters and more transport belt. I could find a way to like output some of this transport belt and snake it over and feed it in there, but I think it'll be just as easy, considering this is just 2 components, to make a line like this with iron and just make more transport belt right here, however many, these need. So that should be relatively fine. So just to see if this will work, let's load everything up. And I will actually just feed it some materials manually. There we go. Okay. So 15 regular inserters in there, and then I'll put the other 15 over here when they finish. Oh, and then okay, my inventory didn't think I had any more belt, but I do. And then I basically, so this is going to be there, space, space. That is perfect. So I can run science back here. And then there's another 2 types of science that we're going to be able to make. So there's going to be another line there. And then, yeah, I'll just put my labs right here. Then what you do is you have a long inserter and a regular inserter. So that way, when all is said and done, you power it up. When you power it up in a way that is connected to the rest of your grid, there we go. It starts pulling in all the science from this belt, and then when the other 2 types of science exist, the regular inserter will pull them in as well. And so the nice thing about that is that we can just pack these in real tight and run out of inserters and iron. Speaking of, I was going to feed some inserters to this. There you go. And so we can just kind of keep repeating this lab with 2 inserters the whole way down, and then when we do start manufacturing the other types of science, they'll be ready to go right off the bat. So there we go, we got started on a science build. Next time I will set up kind of the constituent components for green science going down there, and then extend both of these a little bit further. And then at that point I think it'll be time to go out with the turrets again and clear some of these bases on the fringe. But that'll be next time. For now, I'm J. Scott Jules signing off. Bye-bye.